A new study suggests that dehydration can impair a person's ability to think clearly. Research conducted with athletes found that those who lost fluid equal to 2% their weight took a hit to their ability, to their cognition. This level of dehydration, the researchers consider mild to moderate, led to attention problems and impaired decision making. They say while the effects weren't huge at 2%, the effects increased with increasing dehydration. In particular, dehydration led to various consequences, including impairment in tasks requiring attention, motor coordination, and grammatical reasoning and mental math. The report was published in Medicine and Science in Sports and Exercise. Joining us live via Skype from VOA New York studio is Dr. Dana Cohen, Integrative Medicine Specialist and author of the book Quench. Dr. Cohen, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Tell us about the extent of dehydration on a person's health.
So I want to just make clear, we're not talking about overt dehydration where you're hospitalized because you have heat stroke and you need an IV fluid. We're talking about this chronic low-grade dehydration that the majority of us are suffering from. And it's a big problem because it's not only fatigue, chronic fatigue, fibromyalgia, or pain all over the place are some of the symptoms, but it could be even bigger things, like it puts you at risk for certain cancers, specifically bladder and colon cancer. Also, it can lead to put you at risk for even diabetes and Alzheimer's disease. So it's a very real issue, and we need to do better.
So it seems like a lot of people are really suffering from dehydration, and sometimes you may not even know, because we tend to associate dehydration with being thirsty, but that is not necessarily the case, right?
Yeah, no, if you're thirsty, you're already dehydrated. So you need to, other things that you need to look at are, the best thing to look at is the color of your urine. You want your urine to be pale yellow. You don't want it to be bright orange or bright yellow. That means it's concentrated and you're dehydrated. Fatigue, that afternoon fatigue is a great sign to think about hydration first before you maybe reach for that sugar or candy bar. Other things that you can think of, you can pinch the top of your skin, and if it doesn't plump back right down, you're dehydrated. We're meant to urinate every 2 or 3 hours, so that's also another thing to think about. If you haven't urinated in the last 8 hours, you're dehydrated.
Interesting. I just pinched my skin and it seems to be good so far. So tell us about some ways that we can hydrate. Of course, drinking water. We hear about drinking 8 glasses of water. Is that the only way?
No, and in fact, it's probably not the most effective way.
Okay.
In the book Quench, we give you the more effective way is to eat foods that are rich in a new type of water that's been discovered, and it's a new phase of water. We know that water exists as liquid, ice, and vapor. Now we know that water exists in a gel phase, and that water is the type of water that's in our cells. It's also the type of water that's found in plants and vegetables and certain foods. So the idea of eating your water is what we really talk about, and it's a much more effective way of hydrating than drinking ever more water. We need to drink some water, but there's a better way.
So tell us about some of the foods that perhaps you suggest.
Okay, so we'll talk about a couple foods that I picked out for you today. I want to talk about chia seeds. Chia seeds are the star of the show. Chia seeds, if you've ever put them in water, they create a gel, and they're very hydrating. They help absorb and hold on to that water. They're really good for heart health. They're anti-inflammatory. They help with endurance. There's desert tribes that have been shown to run marathons on chia seeds and water alone. The other thing we can talk about today are lychee seeds, lychee fruit. Lychee fruit is this is the fruit. It's gel. You can see it's gel. I have some water infused in there. It changes the structure of the water.
Okay.
A couple problems with lychee fruit. It's very high in sugar, so I tend to use a supplement that's made from lychee fruit that has all of the benefits of lychee fruit. It protects you from UV radiation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're running out of time, but quickly, we also have fruits like papaya, maybe, and mango that are good in
Great. Papaya, mangoes, any fruits and vegetables. They're all very high. We want a more whole food, fresh fruit diet.
Okay. Dr. Cohen, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.